everybody, it's Cameron here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about whenever me, Riley, two of his friends, and his friend's mom and Riley's mom all went to an amusement park that I actually went to last year and recorded and uploaded it and edited it, so if you want to check that out, I'm going to have it in the description, and, not going to have the annotation on screen though because it only works on computers. Anyway, I'm also going to be recording the audio for this video a little bit differently because normally how it is, it's always like chopped up and weird and awkward, so there's going to be a couple pauses here and there, and pretty much what that is it's every time I stop recording my audio to start recording again. So what I do is I record, stop, think about what I'm going to say next, and then record again, and that way I won't have to go in and cut all the crap out myself. Also, for the gameplay, I don't know what it'll be. I might go back and get out some old Elgato footage or whatever. I'm probably not going to make my own because I really don't want to, but, whatever. Well, you can already tell what it is, so I don't know why I'm talking about this. So, first of all, the reason we went there again was because it was Riley's birthday. And, well, that day wasn't his exact birthday, but it was coming up, and they are having this event for Halloween where they got the whole park, and they turned on all these hidden fog machines and, covered the whole park in this cool mist, and it was open till the middle of the night. We stayed there until the middle of the night, so it got really dark. It was real misty. There was big mist over the whole place. It looked really cool. They changed all the street lights from white to this purple and green. They decorated everything. They turned off the lights in Kittyland just to make that spooky. It was pretty great. Also, they had these guys in outfits running around just chasing people randomly. There was these guys dressed up as clowns with chainsaws. I mean, they weren't real, but they made the noises of a real chainsaw, and they were loud too. You could hear a clown chasing someone from a mile away. It was pretty awesome. Anyway, so we get there, and normally there's a statue right outside of the place. They put a fake statue over top of it, and it was the Grim Reaper or whatever. It was pretty cool. Also, on the way there, it kind of stunk because it was a car for 5 people, and there was 6 of us, so we were all crammed in the back, and yeah. So we get there, there's a statue, we go in, do the normal stuff, pay $100 for tickets, which is completely insane, but whatever, we get in, and then we're in there, and we start heading down the ramp. I don't know if I'm going to have footage, I probably am going to have footage, but I'm going to have footage playing of the video I recorded, where Kennywood, all the parts I can at least, because I cut out a bunch of stuff and whatever, but you get there and you go down this ramp, and it turns into this tunnel that you go through, and then you're finally in the park. You start going down that, you hear this music and this thunder. You go down it. Whenever you go to turn into the tunnel, there's this guy with a gas mask and a knife, and sometimes he'll peek around the corner to scare someone, and it was pretty cool. There's also whenever I say the park was covered in mist, it was pretty bad. You couldn't see much of anything, but in the tunnel, it was really bad. You could not see crap in the tunnel. It was just I'm legally blind. Also, it really didn't help that as you were going through the tunnel, there was more people in costumes that would just appear out of the mist out of nowhere. But anyway, once we did get out of the tunnel, which I'm pretty sure I do have in the video, you get out, and because it was night, it was completely dark. It looked way different than what it does, what I'm showing you right now. But it's completely dark, and there's this guy with a battle axe taking a picture with this girl next to him, and it was pretty cool. So, we walk in, we're walking around, we decide to get in line for the first ride. One of Riley's friends, Jeremy, he's pretty cool, but sometimes he doesn't know when to stop. What he was doing is, he would just go around talking to absolutely random people about random crap, and pretty much just try to make friends with every single person in the park. And, it was rude at sometimes. It was funny at other times. Literally, whenever we were waiting in line for the first roller coaster to ride it, he just started yelling at people to dab. And then me and Riley ended up joining in afterwards. There was also Nathan, but he didn't really bother with that. He was probably the smartest out of all of us. But, yeah, he just didn't really, worry. What am I even... Anyway, also, as we were in line, there was this one, this was like a bigger guy. He had some paint on his face. We didn't think he was in a costume because he just had a normal shirt on with paint on his face. But next thing you know, we see him pull his chainsaw out behind his back, and he pulls the pull cord, and it starts up, and it just starts revving, and it's really cool. What do you know? 5 seconds later, this one clown with clanky hands, if that's how you say it, you squeeze them and they make crunching noises. He walks by, and then a clown with the chainsaw walks by. And see, that clown, the last clown we saw, he was the best, okay? The way he would do it is he'd be walking normally, and then he'd slowly crouch down like he's getting ready to pounce on someone. And then he'd start walking faster and faster as he crouches down, and then he'd pull the pull cord and just chase someone down. He'd chase them halfway across the park if he had to, man. He was pretty great, but he couldn't do anything to us because we were waiting in line. Yeah. I also just realized I've been talking for 6 minutes, 39 seconds straight, exactly. That's how long I've been talking. Probably cut a little bit out here and there, but then the intro, that's how long I've been talking, okay? So, later on, I might have a part 2 because there's a lot of stuff that happened. But later on, kind of towards the end, actually, we were waiting in line for this horror maze, You walk through it, people jump out and scare you, yada, 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 the normal stuff. We're waiting in line. It's going pretty fast. We go to get in, and you have to walk through this extra little part first. It's not a scary part or anything, but once you do get to the end of it, this guy just starts talking to you, and he has that one skeleton, I'm trying to think of skeleton. It's that one that's dancing, they always put it in vines. He had a skeleton that looked a lot like that, and well, what do you know? He was making it dance around. So we get there, he tells us about everything. He says, yada yada yada. They can't touch you, so you can't touch them. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so we start going through, and Riley and Jeremy are completely oblivious, but at the same time scared out of their mind. We start walking through the first part, and it takes them a while to realize that there's snakes on top of us. They weren't real, but they had tongues sticking in and out, and it took them forever to realize that. And then we go through a couple more parts. Nate's mom was in front, and then behind her was Nate, and then behind him was me. Then it went Riley, and then Jeremy. So we're all walking. They're scared to death. Amy's just pushing through, and a while goes by. There's this one part where it's claustrophobic. You have to squeeze in between these rocks, and then there's a panel that this lady pulls down and pops out of. There's also a part where it's this big open area covered in smoke and lights, and there's a guy in a ghillie suit that jumped up. Yeah, and then the best part was whenever she started running way ahead of us, and Riley and Jeremy started getting scared. And so there's this big bridge with smoke that you have to run across, and she ran across it, and we just kept walking. It gets towards the end, and this is probably the coolest part of the maze. There's this big spotlight that's shining in your face. It's blue. You can't see anything past it. You start walking towards it, and this guy jumps out from the light. And it was cool because once you get past the light and you can see past it, you realize that he's standing right there. If it weren't for that light, he would be clear as day to see. And it was really cool. Anyway, I've talked for 9 minutes 49 seconds straight now. So I'm gonna end it here. If you want a part 2, tell me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you whenever.